Welcome to another midweek. We thought we'd sit down and do a Mullet family chat. And we thought we'd show you Marvin's collection of shot glasses. He collects them wherever he goes, and these are not even all of them. So,
how many more do they have?
I don't think these are all of them.
No, I think it's close to all of them.
Okay, well, maybe there are. These two cups right here, Marvin and I, they're called the Loving Cup. We got them on our cruise ship when we were on our honeymoon. These are quite special. I have them in our bedroom.
Nigh on 2 decades ago.
Yeah, it's been a while.
I got the idea of collecting things, places I'd been from when I was a little Amish boy sitting in church. There was a family that collected plates. They had, the visitor centers at that time must have had like a common plate, because they had a lot of these plates that were maybe 7 inches in diameter. Various places, most of the states that they had been to.
Yeah.
And they were all very much the same size, but they had different states. And I got the idea it'd be nice to have something like that. But I didn't really want plates because they were kind of big, and a lot of times I was traveling. I didn't have like a suitcase or anything, like a backpack. So these were small enough. I got the idea of getting the shot glasses because they were small enough that I could stick them in my pocket. At first I started off with just the states. I didn't want anything other than just the states to see if I could get all 50. But then eventually, you know, you go to places that are interesting and they have a nice little shot glass there with, you know, signifying that place or whatever.
Yeah. You got one for Pikes Peak.
That was not mine. That was yours.
This was mine?
Yep.
I know I was at Pikes Peak.
I've never
years
been to
ago.
Pikes Peak, and
Pikes Peak is in Denver, Colorado.
Yep.
And I know I was there, so this must be mine.
Well,
Isn't it cute?
We'll just go through a few of them. This was St. Helens.
Yeah, we took a trip to Mount St. Helens.
Jerome, when I pick up, look at this, I think of the way Jerome was. He was maybe 5 years old. No, he was
3.
He was about 3 years old at that time, and just about as ornery.
A little stinker.
A little stinker that had so much energy. He couldn't really talk, but he really could keep things lively.
Yep.
He got really, really sick and tired of sitting in the car, and he just did not want to sit in the car seat.
Yeah.
Here is one of Charlotte, North Carolina. I had never been to Charlotte, North Carolina. We stopped at the airport in Charlotte on the way to Florida. On my cousin Randy was getting married.
Oh.
Many, many years ago.
Yeah, before I was in the picture. Mm-hmm.
This one is of Las Vegas, Nevada. We were on a trip with Ernest and Lori Schwartz and their whole family. I think we were going from Idaho to South Texas to hunt pigs. We stopped in Vegas. This is another one from Texas, same trip, a nice tall one. Mm-hmm. Cowboy with a windmill on it.
So your Texas trip, that was before we were married.
Yeah, that was before we were married.
And
on that trip, we also went to Mexico. I got that glass there. These are all kind of lining up. This was at the Hard Rock Cafe in Louisville. Louisville, from people from Louisville. For all other people, it's Louisville. Michigan.
You better say it right, or else they'll know you're not from there.
I think one of my sisters got married. I've been to Michigan lots of times. The one in Wyoming, I believe I also got on that Western trip with Ernest and Lori Schwartz. They were still Amish. I was their van driver. Or not a van, but I was their driver.
Yeah.
And we stopped in Wyoming. And I think it was the first time I was in Wyoming. We stopped at a filling station and they had this nice shot glass with some pronghorn antelope on it.
So, hon, maybe you should explain. So our good friend, Ernest and Lori Schwartz, they're actually the ones that were very instrumental to get us together. But at that time, they were very Amish. But you were a rebellious...
They were halfway across the fence.
Yeah, they were on their way out. But you were the rebellious young kid, and you were their driver, right?
Yeah, I hauled them around.
So
we went from Wisconsin, Iowa, Missouri, went down to Kansas City, and then we drove all the way out to the Oregon coast. We did a fishing. We went crabbing.
Oh, with Ernest.
With Ernest, and one of his cousins lived on the Oregon coast, And then we came back through here to Bonners Ferry in Libby and went up to Rexford for a day or two.
Wow.
Hung around here for maybe part of a week, and then we went on back to Wisconsin. That was quite a trip.
Yeah.
This one here is another picture of a fat little Mexican. Another time we went to Mexico. And this one is the Hard Rock Cafe. I don't exactly remember, but it's a pretty nice one. It's from the state of Indiana. Black and gold. Pretty nice. I don't remember if there's a specific trip.
Well, maybe the kids just picked it out the last time we were in Indiana.
Could
That
be.
is Baja, Mexico. We
yeah,
took the cruise down there on our honeymoon.
Got these two.
Yes, and guys, stay tuned all the way to the end of this video, and I will post a picture of Marvin and I drinking out of these little cups on our honeymoon. So make sure to stay tuned for that.
This is one from Gander Mountain. That's a sporting goods department store, a chain that we had in the Midwest. That must have been one of the first ones I got. And this is another one on the Texas trip that we went through the state of Arizona, North Dakota with a nice bison on it.
This is Gatlinburg,
I got that-
Gatlinburg, Tennessee.
I got that one last summer. When
Do
we
you still have that footage of that bear we saw in Gatlinburg?
Yeah, I still got that.
We need to post that. That was really interesting. So Ernest and Lori invited us out to a business retreat.
For those of you who want to go back, you can find that video about
Yeah.
approximately 9 months ago. Actually, that was maybe 6 or 7 months ago we had that.
Yes.
Anyway, we got this one, and I got some cool footage of a bear
Yeah.
that was in a vehicle. I went up and got the camera right in the window, maybe 2.5 feet from the bear, and then the bear saw the camera and me and swatted the window. This is a loon from the state of Wisconsin. I do not remember when I got the one from Kansas, which is very strange because I usually remember.
It probably was just at a gas station when we stopped. You saw it and you probably picked it up.
But I've hardly ever been to Kansas.
Not even when we go through it to go east.
Don't go much through Kansas.
Okay.
This is the National Corvette Museum in Bowling Green, Kentucky. Myself and 2 friends of mine stopped in there. I was in the winter, early winter of 2002. I was in Kentucky, in the Auburn area for about 3 months working. We were slow up where I was at. And a couple friends of ours went to the National Corvette Museum. I remember that
So what
day well.
year would that have been?
2002.
2002. That was a while ago.
And this is from the state of Iowa. I was traveling through there one time. This is one from Idaho. We used to live over there. This is one specifically from Bonners Ferry. Your brother Marcus gave me this one. It's got a ninja with some Chinese stuff on it. I have no idea what it says.
Marcus probably knew you were collecting them,
Yeah.
so he got one for you.
And this one is from Minnesota. Got that one going through one of the many times I went through. And this is also another one from Kentucky that I got from the state of Kentucky when I was down there in 2002.
Oh, mm-hmm.
And here's from South Dakota, another nice bison. North Dakota and South Dakota are very much alike. The bison is a slightly different color. It's about the only thing different on that. This is black one.
Oh, that's a cute one.
Oh, this is from Glacier, just about an hour and a half, 2 hours from here.
Yeah, we've been to Glacier quite a few times.
This is from the state of Washington. We got this, I believe, at the same trip when we went to St. Helens. I'm
Okay.
not sure. Elk Camp 2011, Reno, Nevada. Oh, I might have got this one at the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation headquarters in Missoula. Here's another one from Ensenada, Mexico. I've been down there 2 or 3 times. At least twice.
Were we there on our
3
honeymoon?
times, yeah.
We were there on our honeymoon.
Ensenada. This would have been on our honeymoon.
Oh, yes, and Baja as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ensenada. Yeah. So when we went down there on our honeymoon, we took a cruise down there, and then we wanted to eat authentic Mexican food the next morning. Went into this restaurant and tried to order, and this young guy just gives us a blank stare. I don't think he understood a word we said. He turns around, goes back in, and gets another gal that spoke broken English, and we kind of said what we wanted, pointed to it, and they brought us some breakfast. So there's a bear from the state of Montana. This was a collection. I don't know what these are.
Oh, these were these not a Christmas gift? They came along with a gift.
Oh, they did, yeah.
Yeah.
And this is one from the redwood forest.
We went through the redwoods on our honeymoon as well.
And Oklahoma. Oklahoma, I got this one also. It was the first time I'd driven west. I've been to Libby once on the train, here and back, and this. So I got quite a few on that trip. I want to tell you something about Oklahoma. It was either Oklahoma or South Dakota. I don't remember which state it was. I'm a really watered down Sioux.
Indian.
I don't know what part it was, but one of my aunts looked a little bit different than most Amish folks, for lack of better terms. And we got a little buddy that wants to join us. Anyway, is it Oklahoma or South Dakota? I think it was Oklahoma. It's at a gas station, and then these two ladies come walking down the sidewalk, and I just like stopped and looked. Like, my aunt was almost a spitting image of those people. She could have passed for their sister. Yeah.
Yeah. We should do an ancestry DNA on you.
San Francisco. I think this was also on our honeymoon. Here we have one of the Grand Canyon. When did we
were there on our honeymoon?
We were there on our honeymoon, yeah.
Yeah.
And what is this one? Oh, this one was the Infinity Celebrity Cruise. This was on our honeymoon, yeah.
Yep, we took an Infinity Celebrity Cruise in 2007. Yep. That's our wedding anniversary.
Here's one from Florida. I got this cup the first time I flew an airplane. The one in North Carolina and the one in Florida. I had, a friend and I flew down to Florida for my cousin Randy's wedding. And I was the first time I'd ever been to the state of Florida. Colorado, I got this one, I think the first time I went west from Wisconsin to hunt elk. That was the first time I went west. Here's from one of the many times I traveled through the state of Illinois. And we got 3 left. This is one from Oregon. I think this is also gotten on the trip with Ernest and Lori Schwartz.
Okay.
I think he wants to be in the video. You know, I should go through and see how many I can find that I got on that one trip.
So while Marvin is looking at that, I'm going to read a few of your comments. Lisa Johnson, you said, I look forward to your videos and really enjoy all of them. I did not grow up Amish, but conservative Pentecostal. I appreciate it as we loved reading, sewing, playing musical instruments, gardening, and nature. The kids now have too many electronics, and that's absolutely. Thank you for sharing your beautiful family with us. And we have quite a few here, guys. I won't be able to read all of them. But Sharon Brown, you said, absolutely love your channel. I come here from Priscilla's channel. I love watching Jerome helping Joas and the twins on Montana Haven. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, my sister Priscilla and her husband have a channel called Montana Haven. Such humor he has as I watch you and your husband at the table talking. I see love. You truly love one another and your family. Yes, God at the head of everything is the answer to everything. And confessing his son, Jesus Christ. Absolutely, Sharon. That is so good. And Cecil Becker, you said, I love these memories. I listen to each memory recall with eyes closed while trying to visualize your experience. My only comment is that I felt that Marvin's experience seemed to want to always override the experience that you had, Mary. I'm all about equal validation of your memories, and I wonder if he really listens to you with the same effort that you give to him. Cecil, I'm going to tell you right now, he is absolutely respectful, and he listens to me much more probably than I listen to him. So originally, when we did the video the last time, if you thought Marvin had a lot more to say about his childhood, that is what we had originally planned. And then I was going to do a video of my childhood, but we just kind of, I just kind of integrated my childhood in with his as well. So that's just the way it worked.
It's kind of fun to, compare.
Yeah.
How different each childhood was.
But it's definitely not a competition. I'm actually not a very competitive kind of person.
Back to the shot glasses. Interesting little story about one of the times I was in Mexico. I'm trying to find the glass. I have 3 of them from Mexico. First time we went to Mexico, it was quite an experience. We crossed the border, and then he said, well, take this bus to the marketplace. Well, I didn't know what that was. Everybody was doing it. So
What year was it?
2002.
2002.
So we went there, and we got out of the bus, and these Mexicans came out and almost grabbed us. Everyone was trying to drag us into their store, trying to tell, like, look what I have, trying to sell us everything they had. And I had started collecting these little shot glasses, and I looked around, and they had all kinds of little shot glasses in there. Some of them were not on the cleanliest side. Oh, here's another one from Wyoming. Anyway, they didn't have anything that said Mexico on it. And these couple of guys were talking back and forth to each other, and finally the guy's like, wait. He comes back, and he's got this clean glass, shot glass, that had Nuevo Laredo written on it.
Nuevo Laredo.
Which is right across the road from El Paso.
Okay.
And I was like, no, I want something that's printed on there professionally, not just with a Sharpie.
He had a Sharpie.
Yeah, he had a Sharpie and wrote on it. So I did find one.
You should have bought it anyway.
I think it was this one that I ended up finding at a different shop then. First time I was in Mexico, 2 friends of mine and we were staying in Kentucky that winter, and we drove down to South Texas, went all the way down to Brownsville, Benavides, and went over the border there. And the hunting guides at our camp asked us, what the world do you guys want in Mexico? Both of us, 2 of us were 23 and the other one was a little bit younger than that. He said, you guys got no business going to Mexico. Well, we've never been to Mexico. We want to go see it. And they're like, you guys are going to get in trouble down there. It's like, no, we're not. So, well, whatever you do, make sure that when the sun goes down, that you guys are not in Mexico, because they'll have these nice looking guys that come up and say, hey, you want to come see the town? We'll show you a good time. And then your carcass will end up in some back alley. They'll have your wallet and they'll never see or hear of you again. I thought he was joking. We went down there, spent maybe half, 3/4 of a day down there just walking around. And finally we're like, it's time to go. And it was right at sundown, and it was as if it was scripted. A couple of young guys come up like, hey, amigos, you come with us. I don't know what all they said, but we want to show you the town, have a good time all night long. My buddy and I looked at each other like, it's time to get out of here. So we did. We got out of there. We're like, nope, we're going.
Yeah, but there are a lot of wonderful people in Mexico. They're not all bad. We met quite a few on our honeymoon. Very kind. We had someone. It's amazing how talented some of those people are. They made a wristband for us, and they did it right there on the street.
Yep,
and it
right
was just so amazing. You watched them, and they were just boom, just like that. And then I watched someone do someone's hair.
Well, let me go see if I can find that.
Do you have it, huh?
I was supposed to have it. Well, this is it right here. Guy on the street, we picked out the colors, and he made this. It took him maybe 10 minutes to make that.
Did he make all of it?
They had a piece of plastic and some string, and I told them what color I want this, and then what color I want this. They had a string that was like, it faded from one color to the next.
And I had one too, but mine got lost over the years.
Yeah.
I had a pink one. We love the Mexican people. It's just sad that the drug lords give them such a bad name. But we saw a lot of people who were
Yeah, a lot of them are
Wonderful.
good. The bad thing is, you know, if there was no demand,
Yeah.
there would be no supply.
Yeah.
It's all supply and demand.
Yeah.
And the sad thing is, I was just watching a documentary about somebody, or an interview that somebody did just recently here, and they're really preying on the natives.
How do you mean?
They bring a lot of drugs up to the natives because the natives.
Oh, the native.
That's
the,
where they're buying them.
American Indians.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Isn't that just sad? That is so sad.
It's one of those things, like, you know, back in the moonshine days, if people would not have bought it, nobody would have made any money.
Yeah.
And it's really sad, you know, people are looking for happiness and to feel good, to turn to drugs instead of turning to the Lord for their, you know, their comfort and their. So anyway, if you guys didn't enjoy that, hey, keep right on scrolling. If not, just thought I'd share that, just a little peek into one of the corners that this has been ongoing. I think I started maybe in 2000. I think 2000 was when I first started.
Oh,
so
wow.
It's been 25 years.
25 years of collecting. That's awesome.
I mean, they kind of have to be something decent looking. I don't just.
You don't just grab any. They
No.
have to be unique.
Yeah, they gotta be decent looking.
Like this one is quite unique. It's got a sleeve.
And a very large, well-fed Mexican. What's he doing on there?
A fat man is etched in the leather.
Looks like he's got a mug on top of his stomach, and his stomach is his little coffee table. Yeah. I don't know if there's any states. Oh, where's the one from Alaska?
Oh, yeah.
Did I not get one from Alaska? We've
So,
been there.
On our first year wedding anniversary, we took a 7-day cruise to Alaska.
Mm-hmm.
That was in 2008.
You know what? Do I not have one?
I was thinking these are not all of them.
I thought I had a glass from every state I've been to.
Yeah.
But obviously, I don't.
There's probably still some of them in there.
I don't see
You
one.
definitely need to make a shelf and put these all on. These are dust collectors, so I
They
have
are.
to keep dusting them and keeping them clean. But they're a nice trophy. All the places Marvin's been.
The one from the Redwoods is very, very unique. We found 3 trees that you could drive through.
Oh yeah.
The one I remember most was the chandelier tree. That was just a magnificent
We drove through
tree.
a couple trees.
And
Since then, I heard some of them are not standing anymore.
the chandelier tree was the one I remember. I think, if I remember correctly, that one was about 325 foot tall. And there was one that we drove through that looked kind of rickety. It was dying off, and it was checked really bad. They had some reinforcements rings, like the rings that you put on a silo, something similar to that to hold it together. And they were still collecting fees for people to drive through it, obviously.
You're watching this video and you just feel lost. Like you've lost your way. Like you're not sure which way to go. I want to tell you, the path is clear, and it's called Jesus. His name is Jesus. I want to encourage you to stop looking all around you. Simply turn your eyes on the Lord, and He will show you the direction you are to go. Are you praying for your loved ones? Are you praying for your children? Are you praying for the people in your life? Look to Jesus. He is hearing your prayers. We are so glad you're here. The most important thing you will ever do in this life is to seek Jesus. He is the answer to every trouble, every pain, anything in your life that is not right. He is the answer to it. Jesus' love is deeper than any problem that you're facing.